Kneeling for the anthem was started by a quarterback named Colin Kaepernick back in 2016 to protest and raise awareness for racial inequality and racial injustice. There was huge controversy over this throughout the season, and people reacted differently to this protest. Some praised the players for taking a stance and raising awareness for the issue, and some were furious at the players for disrespecting the flag, being unpatriotic, and disrespecting veterans and people that served in the military. Fast forward to October 20th, 2017, Jerry Jones and some other NFL owners met in New York with the league commissioner, Roger Goodell, to discuss on how to deal with the NFL protests. And although the league commissioner made a public statement that the league would not take action and would not force the players to stand for the anthem, they left it up to the players. Some NFL owners, however, made some clear statements against the protest. Jerry Jones, owner of the Dallas Cowboys, stated very clearly that if any of his players kneeled for the anthem, that they would be benched and they wouldn't play on his team. Other NFL team owners followed suit. As I watched Jerry Jones make his statements about benching players if they kneel for the anthem, I was kind of disappointed that with all the brains in that meeting, they couldn't come up with a solution that would please both the owners and the players alike. His statement was pretty clear. It was pretty much shut up and stand for the anthem or else you won't play for my team. Then I thought to myself, where's the creativity and problem solving here? There was no creativity whatsoever in finding a solution that would satisfy both the players and the owners. People have varying opinions for or against kneeling for the anthem. Me personally, I thought there's nothing wrong with using your celebrity status as an NFL player to raise awareness for racial inequality. But, and there's a big but, I believe you have to ask yourself several questions. Number one, how effective is my method of bringing awareness to this issue? Is there a positive effect? Am I rallying people for the cause, or am I dividing people in the manner I'm doing it? Is there a better method of getting my message across that can be more positive and does not divide, but rather rally people and unite people together? These are the questions that need to be asked. Asking these questions myself, I thought, well, there's many other means of getting a message across to people. Why aren't the players be given other opportunities? This is when I had an idea about using armbands. You see, in Europe, they solved this problem many years ago. Soccer players for years had this alternate means of getting their message across to the world by changing the captain's yellow armband and transforming it to match their cause. I have a link to an article below where in October of 2012, this is about 5 years prior to the NFL protest, captains on various European soccer teams were asked to wear custom-made armbands uniting against racism. And this was all coordinated not by the players, but by league officials and owners. Can you imagine that? A way to communicate a cause effectively that both owners, officials, and players all agree on. Can you imagine that? And this brings me to the idea of an armband. I used Photoshop to create something I thought would be relevant and stood out. This is the only way I believe we will achieve true justice is through unity and not division of people, and through a positive and unifying message. So I got the armbands produced by a supplier in China and had them sent to me, about 100 of them made in 2 different sizes. And when I received them and tested them, I was very pleased at the quality of the product. Unfortunately, by the time I had them made and received them, it was pretty much early December, and it was almost the end of the NFL season. So regardless of this, I started writing letters to about 20 NFL players on teams like New England, Philadelphia, Cleveland, Dallas, Houston, and Seattle. And my strategy was very simple. I figured if I mailed the most popular players like quarterbacks or running backs, that it would be nearly impossible to reach them in a reasonable time. So I targeted mostly offensive and defensive linemen and linebackers. Now, I didn't think an armband was enough in creating the type of change that we need in our society. I believe that education is the key, that if we hear personal stories of instances of social or racial injustices, that people would respond better to them. So I created a Facebook page as a means for people to freely communicate and share their experiences openly for people to read. And I'll leave a link to my Facebook page below, but it's pretty much www.facebook.com/justice through unity. Unfortunately, I don't have any followers as of yet, and I would really appreciate if you would just visit the page and like it, and even leave your own personal story by commenting on the page. I also leave my email address where if you would like to leave a story, you can email me personally and I can post your story completely anonymously. So the verdict is still on whether this would be a good means to getting the message across that both players and owners can agree on. As of today, I did receive one package. I received a package from the Pittsburgh Steelers. I was very happy with that. It was actually completely unexpected. And they pretty much just thanked me for the letter that I sent them, along with an autographed picture of Maurkice Pouncey, the Steelers center. And I was actually very surprised by that. Unfortunately, they didn't comment on the NFL protest or the armbands that I sent them. And as I receive any feedback, I'll be sure to make another video on it. So the question is this, what is your opinion on the NFL protest and kneeling for the anthem? Do you think the armband is a good idea in raising awareness for the cause? If not, how do you think players can continue to raise awareness for the cause that would be more positive and constructive and in a way that owners would agree upon? I would love to hear your comments below, and I give you great thanks and appreciate you for watching this video. Thanks a lot. Peace out.